October 2025 opens with an atmosphere of transition and heightened intensity, as several significant planetary movements reshape the astrological landscape. It's essential to note that these insights are grounded in Vedic astrology, which accounts for the approximately 24-degree difference from the tropical zodiac. Saturn continues its retrograde motion in Pisces, maintaining its deep, introspective pressure on personal and collective structures. From its position in Pisces, Saturn casts its disciplined and testing aspects toward Taurus, Virgo, and Sagittarius. This creates tension between practical routines, long-term ambitions, and emotional security. The fact that Saturn stands opposite the Sun in Virgo this month intensifies this tension, highlighting the need for humility, patience, and responsibility. Saturn's lessons often bring delays or restructuring, and its opposition to the Sun can feel like a direct confrontation with authority figures or ego-driven pursuits. This is a period for careful assessment of commitments, especially regarding career paths, partnerships, and personal goals. Jupiter begins October in Gemini, energizing communication, learning, and diverse social connections. Its entry into Cancer on October 18th marks a dramatic shift in tone. Cancer is Jupiter's sign of exaltation, amplifying its benevolent and expansive qualities. This transition brings renewed optimism, emotional warmth, and a more nurturing outlook. From Cancer, Jupiter casts its blessings towards Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces, directly influencing where Saturn retrogrades. The interplay between Jupiter's exalted strength and Saturn's retrograde discipline suggests a month where long-term opportunities emerge, but must be approached with patience and responsibility. Emotional wisdom, family bonds, and compassionate action will play an important role in how these opportunities manifest. The change in Jupiter's energy mid-month can feel like a turning point, where some of September's confusion begins to lift and a sense of purpose takes shape. The nodal axis remains in Aquarius and Leo, with Rahu powerfully positioned in its own sign of Aquarius. Rahu's placement continues to stir up collective movements, innovations, and social reforms while bringing unconventional opportunities into individual lives. Ketu in Leo continues to strip away ego-driven pursuits and overconfidence, forcing a reevaluation of what truly matters in personal expression and leadership. Venus's transit over Ketu in Leo at the start of October emphasizes this theme, bringing detachment or karmic lessons in love, relationships, and artistic expression. As Venus enters Virgo, its sign of debilitation, on October 9th, relationships, finances, and pleasures may feel tested. Venus in Virgo often brings a critical eye to matters of affection and material comfort, urging a more practical, humble approach to relationships and spending. While this placement can sometimes bring dissatisfaction, it also offers an opportunity to refine values and nurture meaningful connections through service and sincerity. Mars is a key player this month, adding heat and drive to the Libra sector, where it conjuncts Mercury and later the Sun. This energetic cluster in Libra emphasizes negotiations, partnerships, and diplomacy, but the presence of Mars can also spark disagreements or impatience in these areas. When the Sun enters Libra on October 17th, it becomes debilitated, symbolizing a temporary weakening of ego-driven authority and self-confidence. This is a period where cooperation, compromise, and balance are essential, especially in professional or partnership matters. Mars's eventual transit into Scorpio on October 27th injects passion, determination, and a more secretive or strategic approach into actions. Mars in its own sign is powerful, suggesting that by the end of the month, individuals will feel more focused and willing to pursue their goals with intensity and precision. Mercury begins the month in Virgo, a position of exaltation, sharpening intellect and attention to detail. Its move into Libra on October 3rd brings a shift toward communication, compromise, and fairness. Mercury's conjunction with Mars in Libra can lead to sharp words or hasty decisions if not handled with care, but it can also inspire productive discussions and negotiations when tempered with patience. On October 24th, Mercury enters Scorpio, deepening thought processes and increasing the desire for investigation, research, and transformative conversations. This shift encourages digging beneath the surface for truth and insight, making the final week of October an excellent time for strategic planning or uncovering hidden information. The lunar phases further flavor the month's energy. The full moon on October 7th falls in Pisces, in Revati Nakshatra, casting a gentle but profound light on matters of spirituality, compassion, and endings. Revati, a nakshatra of guidance and completion, suggests that this full moon may bring closure or clarity to emotional or spiritual journeys begun earlier in the year. The new moon on October 21st occurs in Libra, in Chitra Nakshatra, marking a new cycle in partnerships, aesthetics, and balance. Chitra's creative energy can inspire new artistic projects, refined relationship dynamics, or the rebuilding of structures with more harmony and beauty. Taken together, October 2025 is a month of recalibration. The tension between Saturn's retrograde demands and Jupiter's exalted optimism underscores the need for mature choices and long-term thinking. The Sun's debilitation in Libra, combined with Venus's debilitation in Virgo, reminds us that humility, fairness, and practicality are essential. Mars's movements push for action, but the timing suggests patience until the end of the month, when Mars in Scorpio strengthen strategic initiative. The nodal axis continues to guide collective and individual karmic lessons, particularly in balancing personal expression with collective purpose. On a collective level, the combination of eclipses in September and the ongoing shifts in October may still reverberate through world events. Economic and political systems may experience rebalancing, while environmental or humanitarian themes could dominate global discussions. Individually, October invites careful planning rather than impulsive action, nurturing emotional bonds, and revisiting commitments with an eye for long-term stability. To accurately assess the impact of these transits, it's crucial to consider your ascendant and moon signs. The ascendant sign provides insights into the timing of life events, while the moon sign reveals how you'll emotionally respond to these changes. Additionally, consider the position of your current Mahadasha Lord in your birth chart, as it can shed light on how these transits will influence the recurring themes of your current dasha period. These specific outcomes will depend on individual dasha periods and how these transits interact with your natal planetary placements. If you are currently in Jupiter's Mahadasha period, its transit influence will be particularly prominent. Remember, the effects of these transits vary for each person. Let's explore how they may affect you based on your zodiac sign and the houses they transit. For Aries, October 2025 unfolds as a transformative and introspective month marked by shifting planetary energies that touch nearly every area of life. With your ruling planet Mars beginning the month in Libra, your partnership and relationship sector is particularly activated, calling attention to cooperation, diplomacy, and balance. Mars's conjunction with Mercury and later the Sun in Libra suggests that partnerships, both personal and professional, will be an area of heightened activity, perhaps even tension. Negotiations, agreements, or conflicts may surface, demanding that you temper your natural assertiveness with tact and understanding. The Sun's move into Libra on October 17th, where it becomes debilitated, further emphasizes humility and compromise. Rather than pushing ahead independently, this is a time to listen, collaborate, and find middle ground, as alliances can either strengthen or weaken depending on your approach. Career matters are influenced strongly by Saturn retrograde in Pisces, your 12th house. Saturn rules your 10th house of profession and 11th house of long-term gains, so its backward motion through Pisces suggests behind-the-scenes work, reevaluation of professional goals, and the need to address unfinished responsibilities. Its aspects to Taurus, Virgo, and Sagittarius touch your 2nd, 6th, and 9th houses, respectively, which could create pressure in financial planning, daily routines, and long-term vision. You may feel that recognition or progress is delayed, but Saturn's retrograde offers a chance to solidify your foundation and learn patience. Jupiter's transition on October 18th from Gemini to Cancer is a major turning point for your professional and personal life. While in Gemini, 3rd house, Jupiter has been energizing communication, networking, and short-term ventures. As it enters Cancer, 4th house, its exaltation sign, it brings blessings to your domestic sphere, emotional stability, and real estate matters. Financially, Rahu's placement in Aquarius, your 11th house of gains and income from networks, remains a powerful source of unconventional opportunities. This could bring sudden or unexpected streams of income through innovative projects or social connections. Ketu in Leo, your 5th house, may detach you from speculative investments or risk-taking in financial matters, reminding you to focus on practicality rather than chasing fleeting opportunities. Venus's movements are particularly significant for finances as it rules your 2nd house. Starting in Leo conjunct Ketu, Venus could bring unexpected shifts or karmic lessons in investments or romantic attachments that have financial undertones. As Venus enters Virgo, its sign of debilitation, on October 9th and moves through your 6th house, expenses could rise due to health matters, routine obligations, or work-related costs. Be mindful of overspending and consider reviewing budgets or consulting a financial advisor. This is not a month for impulsive purchases or high-risk ventures but for careful planning and disciplined financial management. In the area of love and marriage, Mars in Libra stirs passion but can also ignite conflicts if not tempered with sensitivity. Couples may experience friction over shared responsibilities or decision-making. The Sun's debilitation in Libra could make ego clashes more likely, and Mercury's influence suggests miscommunications may arise. Use this energy to openly discuss expectations and needs, but avoid criticism or impatience. The new moon in Libra on October 21st marks a potential fresh start for relationships, offering a chance to reset dynamics and bring more harmony into partnerships. For single Aries, this lunation could open the door to meeting someone through professional or social connections, though patience will be required as Venus's debilitation may create initial hesitancy or misunderstandings. Ketu's influence in your 5th house may make casual romance feel less fulfilling, pushing you toward deeper, more meaningful connections. Family and home life receive a boost when Jupiter enters Cancer mid-month, bringing warmth, expansion, and possibly good news related to property or relocation. This is an excellent time to invest in improving your living environment or to mend familial bonds. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th, illuminating your 12th house, may bring closure or emotional release connected to past family or ancestral matters. This could also be a time when you feel drawn to solitude or spiritual reflection, which can, in turn, enhance your emotional presence with loved ones. Rahu in your 11th house continues to emphasize the importance of friendships and social networks, but discernment is necessary to avoid overextending yourself or relying on unstable connections. Balancing time between friends, family, and personal needs will be key to maintaining harmony. The Sun in Virgo until October 17th, Venus in Virgo from October 9th, and Saturn's aspect to Virgo put a spotlight on your daily routines, diet, and physical health. This is an ideal time to adopt healthier habits, address chronic issues, or commit to a structured wellness plan. Venus's debilitation could suggest overindulgence or a lapse in self-care, so maintaining discipline is important. Saturn's retrograde in the 12th house may also indicate the need for rest and recuperation. Neglecting sleep or pushing yourself too hard could result in fatigue or burnout. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th further suggests the importance of emotional healing and stress management. Practices such as meditation or time in nature can help restore balance. Toward the end of the month, Mars's move into Scorpio on October 27th can bring renewed vitality, but also increases the risk of overexertion or accidents if you push yourself recklessly. Spiritually and psychologically, October offers profound opportunities for introspection. Saturn in the 12th house can stir karmic lessons and invite you to let go of outdated patterns. The combination of Jupiter entering your 4th house and the full moon in Pisces enhances your inner world and emotional intelligence. You may feel drawn to explore spiritual practices or reconnect with your roots, which can provide emotional grounding during this dynamic period. The nodes' positions, Rahu in Aquarius and Ketu in Leo, continue to guide your growth toward community involvement and away from self-centered pursuits, reminding you that collective progress and meaningful contributions are more rewarding than ego-driven achievements. The month's end feels particularly potent, as Mars joins Mercury in Scorpio, your 8th house. This alignment activates transformation, deep emotional work, and shared resources. Matters related to joint finances, inheritance, or intimate relationships may come to the forefront. While Mars here can stir power struggles or intense emotions, it also empowers you to face fears and make decisive changes that ultimately strengthen your life's foundation. With Jupiter's supportive aspects and Saturn's steadying hand, any upheaval has the potential to lead to profound growth if handled with maturity and foresight. Overall, October 2025 is a month of balance and recalibration for Aries. Career growth may seem gradual, but is building toward greater stability. Finances require cautious handling, relationships call for patience and understanding, and family matters bring opportunities for emotional fulfillment. Your health benefits from disciplined routines and emotional care. By embracing cooperation, focusing on long-term goals, and leaning into spiritual and emotional wisdom, you can navigate October's challenges and opportunities with grace. For Taurus, October 2025 brings a period of meaningful transformation and careful planning as planetary energies emphasize long-term aspirations, career ambitions, relationships, and emotional balance. With Saturn retrograding through Pisces, your 11th house of friendships, networks, and gains, you may feel called to reassess the communities and alliances you've built. Saturn's retrograde often slows external rewards but deepens your understanding of what connections truly support your growth. As it aspects your sign Taurus, Virgo in your 5th house, and Sagittarius in your 8th house, Saturn demands maturity in self-expression, investments, and shared resources. You may find that certain goals or social circles no longer align with your values, prompting you to refine your approach to long-term ambitions. This influence also signals a need for patience regarding career rewards or financial payoffs. While progress may seem gradual, Saturn's lessons are enduring and help you create sustainable structures for future success. Career prospects are further shaped by Rahu's ongoing transit in Aquarius, your 10th house. Rahu in its own sign can bring sudden opportunities, unconventional pathways, or unexpected recognition in your professional life. Rahu's influence can also create volatility, so staying grounded and focusing on ethical decision-making is essential. The opposition between Saturn in Pisces and the Sun in Virgo early in the month highlights the tension between your aspirations and the effort required to realize them. The Sun's transit through your 5th house until October 17th illuminates creative projects, leadership roles, or entrepreneurial pursuits. After October 17th, the Sun moves into Libra, your 6th house, where it becomes debilitated and joins Mars and Mercury. This shift may make work environments more demanding, possibly creating conflicts with colleagues or superiors. The new moon in Libra on October 21st offers a reset in daily routines and work-related matters, allowing you to adopt healthier habits and improve relationships with coworkers. Finances this month are influenced by Jupiter's movement from Gemini in your 2nd house of income to Cancer in your 3rd house on October 18th. While Jupiter in Gemini has encouraged diverse income streams and financial learning, its entry into Cancer, its sign of exaltation, brings a stabilizing and positive influence. This transit enhances your ability to communicate, plan, and negotiate effectively in financial matters. Jupiter's aspects to Scorpio, 7th house, Capricorn, 9th house, and Pisces, 11th house, connect your earnings to partnerships, higher education or long-term plans, and networks. You may receive financial support from a spouse or business partner, or find that collaborative ventures begin to pay off. Yet, Saturn's retrograde and Venus's debilitation in Virgo indicate the need for careful budgeting, especially around mid-month. Venus, your chart ruler and the planet of wealth, moves from Leo in your 4th house to Virgo in your 5th house on October 9th. Its debilitation may bring temporary concerns regarding investments or luxury spending, so prioritize practical financial decisions. In matters of love and marriage, the month begins with a reflective tone. Ketu and Leo in your 4th house may create some emotional distance in your private life, making it essential to nurture warmth and openness at home. Mars in Libra, transiting your 6th house for most of the month, can stir small disagreements with partners over daily responsibilities or routines. When the Sun enters Libra on October 17th and Mars remains conjunct Mercury, tensions in partnerships may rise, requiring conscious communication. The later part of the month brings a shift when Mars moves into Scorpio, your 7th house, on October 27th, joining Mercury. This transit intensifies passion and connection in committed relationships, though it can also bring power struggles or strong emotions to the surface. Jupiter's aspect to Scorpio supports growth and understanding in marriage, making this a valuable time to deepen commitment or work through lingering issues. Singles may find that romantic opportunities arise through professional connections or mutual acquaintances, especially after the new moon in Libra on October 21st refreshes your outlook on relationships. Family and friends play a significant role this month as well. Venus's early transit through Leo in your 4th house brings warmth to your domestic environment, perhaps prompting you to beautify your home or host gatherings. Its conjunction with Ketu suggests that you may also feel a need to detach or reevaluate your emotional ties with family members. As Venus moves into Virgo, it directs attention to children, creative projects, or joyful activities but may temporarily lower enthusiasm or bring minor misunderstandings with loved ones. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th highlights your 11th house, bringing friendships or social networks into sharp focus. This lunation may mark the culmination of a group project or the realization that certain alliances need adjustment. It's an excellent time to reconnect with long-term friends who share your vision or to release relationships that no longer feel supportive. Health and wellness are key areas for Taurus in October. The Sun's transit into Libra, your 6th house of health, combined with Mars and Mercury's presence there for much of the month, suggests that stress or overwork could affect your vitality. Small health issues, particularly related to digestion or inflammation, may surface if you neglect self-care. Venus's debilitation in Virgo could also make you more prone to indulgence or lapses in routine, so maintaining balance in diet and exercise will be important. Saturn's retrograde in your 11th house may subtly remind you to pace yourself, as overextending socially or professionally could deplete your energy. The new moon in Libra on October 21st is an ideal moment to implement healthier habits, restructure your daily schedule, or begin a wellness plan. Toward the end of the month, Mars entering Scorpio may bring renewed vitality, but could also increase the risk of minor injuries or accidents if you act impulsively. Spiritually and emotionally, October offers a chance for profound growth. Saturn's aspects encourage you to consider your values and long-term goals, while Jupiter's shift to Cancer supports emotional intelligence and heartfelt communication. You may feel drawn to reconnect with siblings, neighbors, or close community members under Jupiter's influence in your third house. Ketu's position in Leo invites you to find a balance between your personal comfort and emotional independence, urging you to release outdated family dynamics that no longer serve your higher path. Overall, October 2025 is a month of refinement and steady progress for Taurus individuals. Career efforts may feel demanding but are paving the way for long-term rewards. Financially, Jupiter's exaltation brings optimism and opportunities, but caution is still necessary in spending and investments. Love and marriage require patience and open-hearted communication, while family and friendships benefit from honest reassessment. Health and wellness should remain a priority to maintain the stamina needed for your ambitions. By embracing Saturn's discipline, Jupiter's optimism, and the transformative energy of Mars and Mercury in your relationship sector, you can navigate October with grace and emerge with stronger foundations for the future. For Gemini, October 2025 brings an energetic yet introspective period with planetary movements emphasizing career development, financial security, emotional stability, and relationships. With Saturn retrograding in Pisces, your 10th house of career and public reputation, the month begins with a strong call for discipline and patience in your professional life. Saturn's backward motion may temporarily slow your progress or create delays in recognition, but it also provides an opportunity to refine your long-term goals and strategies. As Saturn aspects Taurus in your 12th house, Virgo in your 4th house, and Sagittarius in your 7th house, you may experience added responsibilities in balancing home life, partnerships, and spiritual well-being. The opposition between Saturn and the Sun in Virgo early in the month could create tension between your professional obligations and private life, urging you to strike a healthier balance between your ambitions and emotional needs. Career prospects are in focus under the influence of the full moon in Pisces on October 7th, illuminating your 10th house. This lunation could bring a significant development or culmination at work, perhaps recognition for past efforts, completion of a major project, or a shift in your professional path. Jupiter's transit through your sign Gemini until October 18th has been expanding your personal influence, charisma, and self-confidence, but as it moves into Cancer, your 2nd house, it turns its blessings toward financial stability and material security. Jupiter in exaltation supports growth in income, improved resource management, and the ability to communicate effectively about your professional worth. Jupiter's aspects to Scorpio in your 6th house, Capricorn in your 8th house, and Pisces in your 10th house suggest opportunities to improve work efficiency, access shared resources, and strengthen your reputation. Mars's presence in Libra, your 5th house, through most of the month energizes creative pursuits, leadership roles, or speculative projects, though its conjunction with Mercury and later the Sun may create some competitive or tense dynamics with collaborators. When Mars moves into Scorpio, your 6th house, on October 27th, you may feel renewed motivation to tackle challenges at work and assert yourself in service-related matters. Financial matters take a more optimistic turn once Jupiter settles in Cancer. This shift suggests that your earnings may grow through better communication, new skills, or opportunities tied to family or property. Saturn's retrograde in your 10th house may still make financial rewards slow to materialize, teaching patience and long-term planning. Venus, ruling your 5th and 12th houses, begins the month in Leo, your 3rd house, conjunct Ketu, which could make you rethink financial plans related to education, communication, or small ventures. On October 9th, Venus moves into Virgo, your 4th house, where it is debilitated, indicating potential expenses related to home, family, or real estate. You may need to budget carefully and avoid impulsive spending on luxury items or emotional purchases. The new moon in Libra on October 21st in your 5th house may bring a fresh perspective on investments or speculative activities, but caution is advised before taking major risks. In matters of love and marriage, Rahu's continued transit in Aquarius, your 9th house, encourages exploration of different philosophies and experiences within relationships. This influence may inspire travel or spiritual bonding with a partner, though it can also create restlessness. Ketu in Leo, your 3rd house, may reduce your interest in casual social interactions, instead pushing you to seek deeper, more meaningful communication with loved ones. Mars, Mercury, and later the Sun in Libra, your 5th house, make the first 3 weeks of the month lively for romance. Singles may feel drawn to creative or artistic partners, or may meet someone through hobbies or intellectual pursuits. Mars's assertive energy and the Sun's debilitation could create misunderstandings or ego clashes, so open communication is vital. As Mars moves into Scorpio and Mercury follows on October 24th, relationships may shift focus toward practical matters, shared responsibilities, or daily routines. Jupiter's aspects to Scorpio and Pisces further support stability and understanding in committed relationships, making this a constructive time for resolving conflicts or deepening emotional bonds. Family and friends are central to your experience this month. The Sun in Virgo until October 17th highlights your fourth house, bringing attention to home matters, family dynamics, or property decisions. You may feel a desire to strengthen emotional security or reconnect with your roots. Venus's presence in Virgo during mid-October suggests that family interactions may require extra sensitivity, as misunderstandings or criticisms could arise. The full moon in Pisces could highlight a family member's achievement or an important decision related to your living situation. Ketu's position in your third house might make you less inclined to participate in casual social gatherings, preferring quality time with close friends or siblings. After October 18th, as Jupiter moves into Cancer, communication with family members and neighbors becomes more supportive, potentially bringing helpful advice or assistance. Health and well-being need careful attention, particularly in the second half of the month. Saturn's retrograde aspecting your 12th and 4th houses suggests that stress or overexertion could affect your emotional and physical balance. Mars's transit into Scorpio on October 27th in your 6th house invigorates you to address lingering health concerns, but may also increase the risk of overexertion or inflammation-related issues if you push yourself too hard. Venus's debilitation in Virgo and the Sun's transit through Libra may temporarily lower your vitality, making self-care essential. The new moon in Libra offers a chance to reset your health routines, perhaps by adopting a new fitness plan or reorganizing your daily schedule. Incorporating practices like meditation or regular breaks can help maintain mental clarity and prevent burnout. Spiritually and emotionally, October offers an opportunity for personal growth. Rahu in your 9th house encourages exploration of new philosophies or higher learning, while Ketu in your 3rd house reminds you to let go of outdated communication patterns. Jupiter's move into Cancer highlights the value of emotional intelligence and gratitude, encouraging you to appreciate small comforts and strengthen bonds with those you love. Saturn's ongoing retrograde may prompt introspection about your ambitions and the sacrifices required to achieve them, helping you refine your priorities. Overall, October 2025 is a dynamic and transformative month for Gemini individuals. Career paths may involve hard work and patience, but the rewards will be long-lasting. Finances are poised for improvement as Jupiter brings its expansive energy to your income sector, though careful spending remains necessary. Love and marriage hold potential for passion and renewed understanding, provided you handle conflicts with empathy. Family and friends will provide both challenges and support, especially around the full moon in Pisces. Health should not be neglected, as stress and overwork could affect your vitality. By embracing flexibility and mindfulness, you can make the most of this month's opportunities and lay strong foundations for the future. For Cancer, October 2025 brings a month of profound personal growth, deep reflection, and transformative opportunities across multiple areas of life. With Saturn retrograding through Pisces in your 9th house, the focus on belief systems, higher education, and long-term vision is undeniable. Saturn's retrograde motion invites you to reassess your spiritual outlook, philosophical values, and even travel or legal matters that may have been delayed or challenged. Its aspects to Taurus in your 11th house, Virgo in your 3rd house, and Sagittarius in your 6th house underscore the need for discipline in your friendships, communication patterns, and work routines. This influence may slow progress at times, but it is designed to ensure you are moving forward with greater wisdom and purpose. Saturn's opposition to the Sun in Virgo mid-month emphasizes the tension between daily communication or short-term goals and your broader life path, reminding you to balance practical thinking with visionary planning. Career dynamics in October are set for important turning points. Mars, your 10th house ruler, begins the month in Libra in your 4th house, alongside Mercury and later joined by the Sun. This suggests that professional matters could be influenced by domestic responsibilities or home-related changes. Work-from-home arrangements, real estate, or family matters might temporarily divert your attention, yet they could also offer opportunities for innovation or creating a more supportive work-life balance. After October 27th, Mars moves into Scorpio in your 5th house, entering its own sign and sparking creativity, leadership, and initiative in career-related projects. This shift, combined with Mercury's presence in Scorpio from October 24th, enhances your ability to express ideas boldly, pursue passion projects, and take calculated risks in professional settings. Jupiter's transition from Gemini in your 12th house into your exaltation sign Cancer on October 18th provides a major boost to your confidence, visibility, and opportunities for growth. This exaltation can bring long-awaited recognition or the chance to step into a leadership role. Those who have been working quietly behind the scenes may now find their efforts rewarded in a very public way. Financially, October carries mixed but ultimately promising signals. The Sun in Virgo in your 3rd house until October 17th keeps a focus on short-term financial transactions, communication, and contracts. Venus, ruling your 11th house of gains, begins the month conjunct Ketu in Leo in your 2nd house, which could create temporary confusion around money matters or shared resources. Venus' move to Virgo on October 9th, even in its debilitated state, can bring opportunities through careful planning and negotiation. As Jupiter moves into your sign, your financial confidence and ability to attract resources improve dramatically. Investments connected to creative pursuits, education, or speculative ventures may start showing potential after the full moon in Pisces on October 7th, which illuminates your 9th house of higher purpose and wisdom. The new moon in Libra on October 21st in your 4th house could bring a fresh perspective on home or property-related investments, making late October an excellent time to reassess long-term financial goals. In love and marriage, planetary movements invite both introspection and renewal. Saturn's ongoing retrograde in Pisces in your 9th house asks you to review shared philosophies and long-term plans within your relationship. Couples may need to revisit issues connected to travel, family traditions, or belief systems that have been sources of disagreement. Venus, natural significator for love and ruling your 4th house, spends the early part of the month in Leo in your 2nd house conjunct Ketu, which might bring subtle tensions or emotional distance in close relationships. When Venus enters Virgo on October 9th, your 3rd house, communication becomes the key to harmony. While Venus is debilitated here, open and honest conversations can dissolve misunderstandings. Mars' move into Scorpio on October 27th invigorates your 5th house of romance, sparking passion, creativity, and opportunities for deep emotional bonding. Singles may meet someone inspiring through artistic, educational, or spiritual circles, especially after Jupiter's entry into Cancer heightens your personal magnetism and optimism. Family and friends will play a vital role in your emotional world this month. The Sun, Mercury, and Mars in Libra in your 4th house emphasize home, family, and your emotional foundations. There may be some disruptions or debates around domestic matters early in the month, particularly as the new moon in Libra on October 21st initiates new beginnings related to your living situation or family dynamics. You may feel compelled to make changes in your home environment, whether through renovations, relocation, or adjusting family roles. Saturn's aspects on your 3rd and 11th houses caution you to maintain patience with siblings and friends, as miscommunications could arise. Yet, the full moon in Pisces on October 7th in your 9th house can bring a sense of spiritual connection or guidance from a mentor or elder figure. Later in the month, as Mars moves into Scorpio and Jupiter stabilizes in your sign, relationships with loved ones become a source of inspiration and strength. Health and wellness require careful attention under these transits. With Saturn retrograde in your 9th house influencing your perspective on well-being, you may feel drawn to holistic or spiritual healing methods. Rahu in Aquarius in your 8th house suggests that stress could manifest physically if emotional matters are ignored. Mars in Libra early in the month could create fluctuations in energy, particularly tied to home or family stress, while Mars in Scorpio at the end of October will invigorate your vitality and encourage you to engage in physical activity or creative pursuits that promote emotional balance. The Sun's time in Virgo in your 3rd house underscores the importance of maintaining healthy communication and managing stress, as anxiety or tension may impact your overall health if left unaddressed. With Jupiter entering your sign, you may also find renewed enthusiasm for self-improvement through fitness, diet, or spiritual practices like meditation. Spiritually, October is a month of awakening and renewed faith for Cancer individuals. Saturn's retrograde in Pisces keeps you grounded in seeking truth and meaning, while Jupiter's exaltation in your sign restores your optimism and broadens your horizons. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th may trigger profound insights or the completion of a spiritual journey, while the new moon in Libra on October 21st invites you to establish emotional security through your inner foundation and family ties. This is a powerful time for setting intentions that align your home life with your higher purpose. As Mars energizes your creative and romantic sectors later in the month, you may discover that inspiration flows more freely when you connect with your passions and pursue activities that nourish your soul. Overall, October 2025 promises to be a pivotal month for Cancer individuals, with planetary movements encouraging you to step into your power, solidify your foundations, and embrace opportunities for emotional and professional growth. While some moments may test your patience, particularly in family matters or financial planning, the rewards for perseverance and thoughtful action will be significant. With Jupiter exalted in your sign and Mars energizing your creative and romantic life, you are well positioned to turn challenges into stepping stones and emerge from October with renewed confidence and clarity about your path ahead. For Leo, October 2025 unfolds as a month of profound introspection, strategic planning, and gradual breakthroughs in multiple life areas. The presence of Ketu in your sign highlights a sense of detachment from your usual need for recognition and applause, suggesting that the rewards of this month may come quietly and internally rather than through overt accolades. Saturn retrograding through Pisces in your 8th house continues to test your resilience and inner strength. Matters connected to joint finances, inheritances, insurance, or hidden fears may demand your attention. Saturn's aspects to Taurus in your 10th house, Virgo in your 2nd house, and Sagittarius in your 5th house indicate that career responsibilities, personal finances, and creative or romantic matters are all interconnected. This is a time to refine your strategies rather than make impulsive moves, as Saturn's lessons are long-term and require patience. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th may illuminate an area of vulnerability or bring closure to a shared financial or emotional issue, allowing you to release old baggage. In your career, the energies are complex but ultimately constructive. Saturn's aspect on your 10th house can feel heavy, pressing you to shoulder more responsibility and to prove yourself through hard work rather than shortcuts. Venus, your 10th lord, starts the month in Leo in your 1st house conjunct Ketu, suggesting that you may be reevaluating what truly matters to you professionally. Perhaps you've been chasing external validation or material gains that no longer align with your values. When Venus moves into Virgo on October 9th, it becomes debilitated in your 2nd house, advising caution with professional negotiations or financial dealings. Check the fine print and avoid overpromising. The Sun, your chart ruler, spends the first half of the month in Virgo, shining light on earnings and personal values, before moving into Libra, its sign of debilitation, in your 3rd house on October 17th. This shift suggests that clear communication with colleagues and superiors will be essential to avoid misunderstandings. Meanwhile, Mars, the planet of action, moves from Libra in your 3rd house to Scorpio in your 4th on October 27th, energizing your domestic environment, but also making you more driven to secure long-term stability. After Jupiter enters Cancer on October 18th, your 12th house, you may find behind-the-scenes work or spiritual pursuits indirectly support your career. Networking, mentorship, or collaborative projects may bring opportunities now even if they take time to mature. Financial matters require prudence and strategic thinking. With Saturn's aspect on your 2nd house and Venus debilitated there mid-month, this is not the time for risky investments or impulsive spending. Jupiter's presence in your 11th house until October 18th offers some gains through friends or networks, but once it moves into your 12th house, expenses may increase, perhaps for travel, health, or charitable causes. The full moon in your 8th house on October 7th could mark the culmination of a shared financial matter or debt repayment, while the new moon in Libra on October 21st encourages you to set new intentions around communication, contracts, or small-scale investments. Mercury's transit through Libra and Scorpio this month suggests that thoughtful conversations about money, especially with family or business partners, will help you build stability. Love and marriage undergo a period of reflection and subtle shifts. Rahu in Aquarius in your 7th house continues to stir unconventional or fated experiences in your partnerships. Relationships may feel unpredictable or exciting, and you could be drawn to people very different from yourself. Ketu in your sign reminds you not to lose sight of your individuality or spiritual growth while seeking connection. Saturn's retrograde motion in the 8th house might expose deeper issues of trust or intimacy within committed relationships. Venus conjunct Ketu in Leo early in the month may create a temporary emotional distance, or a sense that you need space. After Venus moves into Virgo, love may express itself more through practical gestures and acts of service rather than grand romantic displays. Mars transit into Scorpio at the end of October adds passion to your home life and emotional world, making late October especially potent for deepening emotional bonds or reigniting passion in long-term relationships. Family and friends will play a pivotal role in your emotional balance this month. With multiple planets passing through Libra in your 3rd house, including Mercury, Mars, and later the Sun, you may find siblings, neighbors, or close friends becoming more involved in your daily life. Conversations, short trips, or collaborative projects with these connections could be rewarding but might also bring moments of tension if egos clash. Mars here before October 27th increases your assertiveness in communication, so take care to avoid harsh words or impulsive decisions in relationships. When Mars moves into Scorpio, the focus shifts to your 4th house of home and family, bringing energy for home improvements, relocations, or resolving family matters that have been simmering beneath the surface. The new moon in Libra on October 21st may inspire new beginnings in your relationships with siblings or in how you communicate within your immediate social circle. Health and well-being are areas where balance is important this month. Saturn in your 8th house can bring occasional fatigue or highlight the need for preventive health measures, particularly around chronic or stress-related issues. With Jupiter entering your 12th house mid-month, you may find that incorporating spiritual practices such as meditation or even retreating briefly from daily pressures helps rejuvenate your mind and body. Mars transit through Libra could make you more susceptible to nervous tension or minor injuries related to overexertion early in the month, while its move into Scorpio can increase vitality but also emotional intensity. Paying attention to rest and nutrition during the transitions of mid to late October will ensure you maintain your stamina. Spiritually and emotionally, October offers an important period of inner awakening. Ketu in your 1st house encourages you to release attachments to ego-driven pursuits and embrace a more soul-centered path. Jupiter in your 12th house after October 18th amplifies this theme, opening doors to higher wisdom, dream messages, or guidance through introspective practices. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th may bring a powerful emotional release or a sense of transformation regarding shared resources or intimate connections. This lunar phase could act as a catalyst for letting go of emotional baggage or old fears that have held you back. By the new moon in Libra on October 21st, you may feel ready to renew your mindset around communication, learning, and relationships within your local community. Overall, October 2025 for Leo individuals is a month of steady yet meaningful transformation. Career progress comes through patience and hard work, finances require cautious handling, and relationships invite honesty and vulnerability. Your spiritual growth and emotional maturity are equally important as you navigate shifting priorities and responsibilities. By embracing the introspective energy brought by Ketu, Saturn, and Jupiter's transition, you can find clarity about your values and goals. The end of the month, with Mars energizing your 4th house and Jupiter settled in your 12th, positions you for a deeper sense of inner security and emotional fulfillment, preparing you for the opportunities and challenges the coming months will bring. For Virgo, October 2025 promises to be a dynamic month of self-discovery, shifts in relationships, and reevaluation of priorities. With Saturn retrograding through Pisces in your 7th house and directly opposing the Sun in your sign during the first half of the month, partnership dynamics, both personal and professional, are likely to dominate your attention. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th further illuminates this theme, potentially bringing important realizations about your role in relationships and the give and take required for harmony. These transits suggest that you will be challenged to refine how you express yourself, maintain boundaries, and balance your needs with those of others. Career matters hold substantial weight this month. Jupiter begins October in Gemini in your 10th house, continuing to bring expansion and visibility in your professional life. Opportunities to showcase your talents or to take on greater responsibility may arise, especially if you have been putting in sustained effort over the past several months. On October 18th, Jupiter moves into exalted Cancer, your 11th house, opening new pathways for networking, collaborations, and long-term ambitions. This shift indicates that your hard work will start to translate into supportive connections and increased recognition, particularly through social or professional groups. Saturn's retrograde in your 7th house reminds you that partnerships and contracts must be handled with care. Take time to review the fine print and ensure that any professional alliances align with your integrity and long-term goals. With Mercury, your chart ruler, moving into Libra on October 3rd and then Scorpio on October 24th, you may find your communication skills to be a powerful asset. Negotiations, discussions about finances, or new ventures could unfold successfully if approached thoughtfully and with patience. Financially, this month encourages a balanced and cautious approach. Mars and Mercury in Libra at the start of the month activate your 2nd house of income and values. You may feel driven to increase your earnings or assert yourself in financial matters. The Sun's move into Libra on October 17th, where it is debilitated, suggests a period where your confidence around money might temporarily waver. Use this time to reassess your budgeting and spending patterns rather than making large investments or impulsive purchases. Venus, your 2nd house co-lord, enters Virgo on October 9th but is debilitated, indicating that while you may receive money or material support, you must remain disciplined to avoid unnecessary expenses. The new moon in Libra on October 21st signals an opportunity to set new financial intentions, perhaps focusing on building savings or planning for future stability. Jupiter's move to Cancer mid-month also points to financial support through groups, networks, or mentors. Opportunities could arise through connections you have nurtured over time. Love and marriage will be deeply influenced by Saturn's placement in Pisces and the full moon in your partnership house. Couples may face conversations about commitment, shared responsibilities, or long-term plans. Saturn's influence can sometimes feel restrictive, but it is ultimately working to strengthen relationships by removing superficiality. If there have been unresolved issues or imbalances, October may force them into the open so they can be addressed constructively. For single Virgos, Rahu's transit in your 6th house suggests that romantic opportunities could emerge through work environments or routine activities, but discernment is essential. Relationships entered into hastily may later reveal hidden complexities. Jupiter's aspect on your 7th house after October 18th offers a more supportive energy for partnerships, encouraging growth and understanding. Mars' move to Scorpio at the end of the month may add passion and intensity to your interactions, making this a powerful period for deepening intimacy if handled with care. Family and friends will also play an important role during October. The early part of the month, with the Sun in your sign and Venus conjunct Ketu in your 12th house, may make you feel slightly withdrawn or introspective. You might prefer to spend time alone or reconnect with your spiritual practices rather than engaging socially. As Venus enters Virgo on October 9th and Mercury and the Sun shift into Libra, you'll begin to feel more grounded and willing to open up to loved ones. Mars entering Scorpio on October 27th energizes your 3rd house of communication and siblings, potentially sparking important discussions or even short trips with family members. The new moon on October 21st in your 2nd house of family and resources suggests a fresh start in matters related to your domestic environment or family finances. This could be the right time to set new intentions around creating stability at home or building stronger family ties. Health and well-being require particular attention this month. Saturn's aspect on your 1st house may make you feel the weight of responsibilities, potentially leading to fatigue or stress-related symptoms. The opposition between Saturn and the Sun earlier in the month could also bring moments of self-doubt or mental exhaustion, reminding you of the importance of self-care. Rahu's ongoing presence in your 6th house may trigger fluctuations in health or encourage you to adopt new routines to improve fitness or break old habits. With Mars energizing your 2nd house initially and then moving to your 3rd house, it's vital to pace yourself and avoid overexertion, particularly around communication or short journeys where tempers or impatience could lead to accidents or misunderstandings. Venus debilitated in your sign for much of the month indicates that emotional well-being may be sensitive, making stress management techniques like meditation or creative outlets especially helpful. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th may bring emotional release, perhaps through honest conversations with a partner or therapist, helping to clear emotional burdens. Spiritually and personally, October offers a powerful opportunity for growth. With Ketu lingering in your 12th house, you may feel drawn to spiritual practices or introspection. Jupiter's movement into your 11th house suggests that your long-term goals are expanding, and the people you meet or reconnect with now may play significant roles in your future path. This is a month where letting go of control, especially in relationships and finances, can allow the universe to open doors you hadn't considered. Overall, October 2025 for Virgo is a time to embrace change while remaining grounded in your values. Career opportunities and professional visibility are strong, but success will come through thoughtful planning and collaboration rather than impulsive action. Financial caution is advised, and relationships, both personal and professional, demand honesty and maturity. Family connections can be renewed, and health improvements are possible with mindful routines. By the end of the month, you may feel a renewed sense of direction, strengthened partnerships, and a deeper understanding of your own priorities, preparing you for a new chapter in your personal and spiritual growth. For Libra, October 2025 is a transformative month that demands focus, self-awareness, and strategic action. With Mars, Mercury, and later the Sun converging in your 1st house, your energy, communication, and personal identity take focus. This planetary emphasis makes you the initiator of change, whether in career, relationships, or lifestyle. Because the Sun is debilitated in Libra and Venus, your chart ruler, begins debilitated in Virgo, you may occasionally feel underappreciated or second-guess your decisions. Balancing action with diplomacy is the key theme of the month. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th activates your 6th house, bringing health and work matters to culmination, while the new moon in Libra on October 21st invites you to redefine your self-image and personal goals. In career matters, October offers opportunities for bold moves but cautions against impulsiveness. Jupiter begins the month in Gemini in your 9th house, emphasizing higher learning, travel, and mentorship, before moving into Cancer on October 18th, entering your 10th house of career and public reputation and exaltation. This is a powerful placement that can open doors to recognition, promotions, or long-term career opportunities. You may feel inspired to seek positions of leadership or to expand into new territories professionally. Mars in your 1st house gives you the courage to take action, but its conjunction with Mercury means that communication plays a pivotal role. How you present your ideas will determine the response you receive. The Sun's entry into Libra mid-month may temporarily make you more self-conscious about your visibility or authority, but this is temporary and can be counterbalanced by Jupiter's support. Saturn's retrograde in Pisces in your 6th house continues to test your discipline and commitment to routines. Work responsibilities may feel heavy, but the long-term rewards will be substantial if you persevere. Financially, this month has a mixed tone. With Mars set to enter Scorpio, your 2nd house, on October 27th, income matters gain momentum. Mars in Scorpio is strong and determined, suggesting that you will take decisive action regarding investments, savings, or debts late in the month. Jupiter's aspect on your 2nd house after October 18th provides protective energy, suggesting growth and stability in finances as long as you act with wisdom. Before that, be mindful of overspending, especially while Venus is debilitated in your 12th house and the Sun transits Virgo, a combination that can lead to hidden expenses or impractical indulgences. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th could bring closure to a work-related financial matter, perhaps a delayed payment or settlement, while the new moon on October 21st is excellent for setting fresh financial goals tied to your personal values and long-term vision. In love and marriage, relationships take on a dynamic and sometimes unpredictable energy. Mars in your 1st house intensifies your charisma but can also make you more impatient or assertive with partners. Mercury's presence suggests open communication is vital to prevent misunderstandings. Rahu in Aquarius in your 5th house continues to bring unconventional or fated romantic encounters. Singles may feel drawn to someone who challenges their usual preferences, while committed Libra individuals may explore new dimensions of intimacy or shared goals. Ketu in Leo in your 11th house can create a sense of distance in friendships or social circles, prompting you to evaluate which connections truly support your growth. Venus, your ruler, begins in Leo, making socializing and networking fruitful, but as it enters Virgo on October 9th, love becomes quieter and more introspective. By the time the Sun joins your sign on October 17th, you may feel ready to renew your approach to partnership, emphasizing fairness and mutual respect. Family and friends play an essential role in grounding you this month. With Saturn aspecting your 3rd house of communication, you may need to be deliberate and mature in handling sibling relationships or close friendships. There may be moments where your responsibilities at work or personal ambitions cause tension in family dynamics, especially when Mars moves into Scorpio later in the month, shifting your focus toward financial matters or security. The new moon in your sign on October 21st suggests an opportunity to reintroduce yourself to loved ones in a new light, perhaps by setting clearer boundaries or initiating more honest conversations. Jupiter's entry into your 10th house may also bring family pride in your achievements, and they may become more supportive of your professional goals. Health and well-being require attention, especially with Saturn retrograding in your 6th house and the full moon activating this same area early in the month. Stress management, diet, and regular exercise should be priorities now. You may feel an initial burst of vitality with Mars in your sign, but avoid overexertion or taking unnecessary risks physically, as your body may be more sensitive under these transits. The Sun's transit through Virgo and then Libra can make you prone to fatigue or minor imbalances, so ensure you rest adequately. As Venus transits your 12th house mid-month, activities like meditation or even short retreats can help you recharge emotionally and spiritually. October invites you to reconnect with your deeper self. Ketu in your 11th house encourages you to step back from superficial social engagements and focus on meaningful connections. Jupiter's transition into your 10th house hints that your public life and spiritual integrity may become intertwined. Leading with values and ethics could become a hallmark of your professional identity. The new moon in Libra provides a clean slate for self-discovery, self-expression, and renewed confidence. This is an ideal time to refine your personal brand or public image, ensuring that how you present yourself aligns with your inner truth. As the month draws to a close, the shift of Mars into Scorpio on October 27th will bring a powerful focus on finances, resources, and stability. This late-month energy suggests that the actions you take now can have long-term benefits for your security and material well-being. The supportive aspects of Jupiter and the grounding influence of Saturn will help you channel your ambitions in a practical and sustainable way. Overall, October 2025 for Libra is a month of recalibration and forward momentum. While there are moments of self-doubt or emotional turbulence, especially in the first half of the month, the astrological landscape encourages you to step into your power thoughtfully and intentionally. By aligning your actions with your values, practicing clear communication, and nurturing your relationships, you can harness the dynamic planetary energies to achieve growth in every area of life. The blend of fiery Mars energy, Jupiter's blessings, and Saturn's wisdom will ensure that whatever seeds you plant now will flourish in the months ahead. For Scorpio, October 2025 is set to be a transformative month that draws attention to both your inner world and your outer pursuits. With Mars, your chart ruler, traveling through the final phase of Libra and then entering your own sign by the end of the month, you are likely to feel a surge of determination and courage to take charge of your life. This month carries the dual themes of retreat and renewal, requiring you to reflect deeply on past actions while simultaneously preparing for a powerful relaunch of your personal ambitions. The planetary transits indicate strong shifts in career, relationships, finances, and health, with spiritual undertones woven into every area of life. Career matters come under dynamic influences throughout the month. The Sun spends the first half of October in Virgo, your 11th house, highlighting networks, alliances, and long-term ambitions. This placement suggests that support from colleagues, mentors, or professional groups could help push your career forward. Saturn retrograde in Pisces, your 5th house, aspects your 11th house, demanding patience and sustained effort in professional collaborations. There may be delays or resistance from peers, but Saturn's influence ensures that any progress achieved now will be lasting. When the Sun moves into Libra, your 12th house, on October 17th, career focus may temporarily shift behind the scenes. You might feel overlooked or less recognized for your contributions, especially since the Sun becomes debilitated here. Instead of striving for the spotlight, this period calls for planning, introspection, and preparing strategies that you can launch later in the year when energies are more favorable. Mars' entry into Scorpio on October 27th changes everything, bringing a burst of initiative and visibility in career matters. Since the Sun rules your 10th house of profession, its move into debilitation alongside Mercury and Mars highlights the importance of diplomacy. A confrontational approach with authority figures could backfire, but a tactful strategy can open doors to new recognition once the Sun strengthens again. Financial matters appear complex yet promising by mid-month. Jupiter, Lord of your 2nd house of wealth, begins October in Gemini in your 8th house, which may have kept financial matters somewhat uncertain. Joint resources, inheritances, or loans might have been under review, and unexpected expenses could have surfaced. A major shift occurs on October 18th when Jupiter enters exalted Cancer, your 9th house of fortune and expansion. This transit is highly supportive for your finances, as Jupiter begins to aspect your 1st house of self, your 3rd house of effort, and your 5th house of creativity. Opportunities to increase income through travel, higher education, or spiritual guidance may emerge. Jupiter's aspect on your 2nd Lord Mars when it enters Scorpio after October 27th also enhances your ability to manage and grow wealth through decisive actions. Still, Venus, ruler of your 12th house of expenditure, transits debilitated in Virgo from October 9th. Hidden or unplanned expenses may occur, particularly connected to social gatherings, travel, or relationships. Keeping your budget disciplined is key, as Saturn's retrograde aspects also remind you to avoid speculative risks during this time. Love and marriage dynamics are under significant spotlight this month. Venus, your 7th house ruler, begins October in Leo conjunct Ketu in your 10th house, suggesting that professional responsibilities or public life could distract from relationships. Some Scorpio individuals may even feel a sense of emotional detachment or lack of clarity about their partner's needs. As Venus moves into Virgo, your 11th house, on October 9th, relationships may feel tested due to Venus debilitation. Partners may seek more emotional reassurance, and misunderstandings in social settings could create friction. For single Scorpio individuals, opportunities for new connections may arise through social groups or community circles, but these encounters may initially lack depth or stability. Rahu's placement in Aquarius in your 4th house also influences emotional security in relationships, creating a push-pull dynamic between home life and partnerships. On a positive note, Jupiter's move into your 9th house on October 18th brings blessings and wisdom into relationships. It supports deeper bonding through shared philosophies, travel, or joint learning. For married Scorpio individuals, this period can foster greater understanding, especially after Mars enters your sign at the end of the month, reigniting passion and intimacy. Still, the new moon in Libra on October 21st may highlight the need to release old relationship patterns or let go of unrealistic expectations in love. Family and friends will play an important role this month, although there may be moments of tension and distance. Saturn retrograde in your 5th house influences your 2nd house of family and your 4th house of home, indicating that responsibilities at home could weigh heavily on you. Property matters, family obligations, or children's needs may require patience and extra care. Rahu's placement in Aquarius in your 4th house suggests that home life could feel unstable or unconventional. Some Scorpio individuals may find themselves relocating, renovating, or simply feeling restless within their living environment. Ketu in your 10th house may make you less focused on career recognition and more inclined to prioritize family life. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th activates your 5th house, bringing matters related to children or creative projects to culmination. Family celebrations or the achievements of younger members may be highlighted. Friendships may be tested due to Venus' debilitated transit in your 11th house, making it essential to avoid miscommunication or taking things too personally in social settings. By the end of October, as Mars enters Scorpio, you'll feel more grounded in handling family dynamics and able to take decisive actions for your loved ones. Mars transit through your 12th house in the early part of October may leave you feeling drained, restless, or prone to disturbed sleep. Mental and emotional health will require attention, particularly around the new moon in your 12th house on October 21st. This lunation may encourage you to let go of subconscious fears or unhealthy habits that drain your energy. Saturn retrograde in your 5th house also impacts emotional well-being, as stress related to responsibilities or creative blocks could weigh on you. Venus debilitation in your 11th house might lead to indulgence in unhealthy social habits or dietary excesses. As Mars moves into Scorpio on October 27th, your vitality is restored. You will feel more energetic, courageous, and motivated to begin new fitness routines. Jupiter's entry into your 9th house mid-month also supports healing through spiritual practices, meditation, or travel to rejuvenating environments. Paying attention to both physical and mental health will ensure long-term stability. Overall, October 2025 brings Scorpio individuals a mix of challenges and breakthroughs. Career progress may feel slower early in the month but will gain momentum as Mars enters your sign. Finances are set to improve with Jupiter's exaltation, though careful spending is advised. Relationships may require patience, but deeper emotional connections can emerge with effort. Family and social dynamics may be tested, but your renewed energy later in the month will help you take charge. Health may feel fragile initially, but resilience and strength return by the end of October. Ultimately, this is a month of letting go of old cycles and preparing for powerful new beginnings, with spiritual insight guiding you toward a more purposeful path. For Sagittarius, October 2025 is a month of reorientation, steady progress, and behind-the-scenes preparation. The transits bring an interplay between your personal ambitions, emotional foundation, and long-term goals. Saturn's retrograde through Pisces in your 4th house emphasizes restructuring your home life and emotional well-being, while Jupiter, your chart ruler, prepares to make a powerful move into exaltation in Cancer mid-month, shifting the energy around finances, intimacy, and transformation. With the Sun, Mercury, and Mars lighting up your 10th, 11th, and later 12th houses, career and social dynamics are emphasized, but you'll also be called to balance ambition with rest and reflection. In career, the first half of October demands diligence and adaptability. The Sun, ruling your 9th house of higher ideals, travels through Virgo in your 10th house of profession until October 17th, spotlighting your public image and ambitions. This is a productive time to refine your professional goals, complete important projects, and seek recognition for your efforts. Saturn retrograde in Pisces aspects your 10th house, creating a sense of delay or requiring extra patience with superiors and colleagues. You may feel that your hard work is underappreciated or that responsibilities at home are interfering with your professional ambitions. When the Sun shifts into Libra on October 17th and becomes debilitated in your 11th house, career visibility may temporarily dip, and group dynamics at work could become complicated. Be diplomatic in interactions, especially with peers or team projects. The presence of Mercury and Mars in Libra early in the month supports networking and building alliances that can aid your professional trajectory. By the time Mars enters Scorpio on October 27th, the focus turns inward, urging you to strategize privately for the next steps in your career. Jupiter's move into Cancer on October 18th will subtly begin to expand opportunities connected to joint ventures or behind-the-scenes resources, which could influence your professional path over the coming months. Financial matters in October require careful planning but hold significant potential. Jupiter's initial transit in Gemini through your 7th house may have emphasized shared financial decisions with partners or collaborations. As Jupiter enters exalted Cancer in your 8th house mid-month, you may see improvements in joint finances, investments, or inheritance matters. This is an excellent time to review insurance, taxes, or loans, as Jupiter's blessing suggests favorable resolutions. Saturn's ongoing retrograde in your 4th house reminds you to avoid impulsive property or home-related expenses. Patience will bring more stability in the long term. Venus, ruling your 6th and 11th houses, begins October in Leo conjunct Ketu in your 9th, hinting at shifts in your financial philosophy or long-term aspirations. When Venus moves into Virgo and becomes debilitated in your 10th on October 9th, you may feel tension between financial goals and professional satisfaction. Keep spending in check, particularly on social or work-related commitments. Mars' later movement into Scorpio in your 12th house warns against unplanned expenditures at the end of the month, making it essential to maintain a budget and avoid unnecessary risks. In matters of love and marriage, October brings mixed energies. Jupiter's exaltation in your 8th house mid-month adds depth to your emotional connections and encourages transformative experiences in relationships. For those in committed partnerships, this can be a time of shared healing, deeper intimacy, and mutual trust building. Mercury, ruling your 7th house of partnerships, spends much of the month energizing your 11th and then your 12th house. Early October, Mercury in Libra conjunct Mars and Sun may stimulate lively conversations and social opportunities, but could also spark disagreements if communication isn't handled carefully. Venus debilitation in Virgo, your 10th house, may create moments where professional stress spills over into romantic matters, leading to misunderstandings. Ketu in Leo in your 9th suggests letting go of rigid beliefs or expectations about love. Singles could meet someone through their professional or social networks, particularly around the new moon on October 21st, but patience is required to see whether new connections are stable. Mars' shift into Scorpio at the end of the month increases passion but also emotional intensity, so staying balanced is key to harmony. Family and friends hold a prominent place in your life this month. Saturn's retrograde in Pisces, your 4th house, continues to press you to take responsibility for home and family matters. You may feel obligated to support loved ones or handle domestic tasks that cannot be postponed. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th brings emotional matters with family to the forefront, potentially highlighting a decision regarding your living situation or a parent's needs. Rahu's placement in Aquarius, your 3rd house, energizes your social circles and encourages you to strengthen ties with siblings or close friends. Its influence can also create restlessness or impulsive communication, so exercise tact in sensitive conversations. Venus movement through Virgo and later transits emphasize maintaining harmony between your public and private life. The new moon in Libra on October 21st offers a chance to set new intentions for friendships and long-term aspirations. This is a favorable time to expand your network, but with Mars about to enter your 12th house, be discerning about who you trust and where you invest your energy. With Saturn retrograde in your 4th house and Mars spending much of the month in your 11th and then 12th houses, stress management and rest are essential. Mars in Libra may initially give you a burst of social energy, but as it enters Scorpio on October 27th, you may feel a stronger need to withdraw and recharge. Pay attention to your sleep patterns, as the suns move into your 11th and Mars' later transit can create irregular routines that sap vitality. Venus debilitated in Virgo may make you prone to overindulgence or neglecting healthy habits due to work pressures. The new moon in Libra on October 21st could be a turning point for recommitting to wellness routines. Spiritually and personally, October represents a period of deepening insight and inner growth. Ketu in Leo in your 9th house signals a detachment from dogmatic beliefs and a shift toward a more experiential understanding of spirituality. The full moon in Pisces highlights emotional healing and encourages you to release old attachments that may be weighing you down. Mars' eventual movement into your 12th house adds another layer to this inward pull, prompting introspection and possibly a retreat from external distractions to recalibrate your energy. Overall, October 2025 is a month where Sagittarius individuals balance ambition with introspection. Career matters require patience and diplomacy, especially under Saturn's watchful influence, but steady effort will yield long-term rewards. Financial prospects improve significantly after Jupiter's exaltation, while careful planning ensures lasting stability. Relationships deepen, but clear communication is essential to avoid conflicts. Family responsibilities may feel heavy, yet they also offer opportunities for growth and emotional connection. Health calls for mindful habits, and spirituality becomes a source of strength. By the end of the month, you are invited to slow down, recharge, and prepare for the powerful new beginnings waiting on the horizon. This month may test your discipline and patience, but it ultimately sets the stage for profound transformation and renewed purpose. For Capricorn, October 2025 brings a blend of determination, restructuring, and the promise of new beginnings. With your ruler Saturn continuing its retrograde in Pisces in your third house, themes around communication, skill development, and close relationships with siblings or neighbors remain under review. This period asks you to slow down, rethink your approach to expressing yourself, and ensure that your plans are practical and well-structured. Saturn's aspects to Taurus in your 5th house, Virgo in your 9th house, and Sagittarius in your 12th house suggest that creative projects, higher studies, and spiritual practices need patience and consistent effort. Saturn opposing the Sun in Virgo through much of the month may feel like a test of your optimism or confidence, but its purpose is to refine your long-term vision. Career matters take focus this month with powerful planetary activity in Libra, your 10th house of profession and public image. Mars, ruling your 4th and 11th houses, begins October here, joined by Mercury and later the Sun after October 17th. This alignment energizes your professional pursuits and can bring new opportunities for leadership or visibility. You may feel driven to prove yourself, take bold initiatives, or resolve long-standing workplace challenges. Mars in Libra can also create conflicts with superiors or colleagues if you push your agenda too forcefully. Mercury's presence encourages strategic thinking, planning, and refining your message, while the Sun's entry into its sign of debilitation on October 17th suggests that diplomacy and humility are essential to maintaining harmony. The new moon in Libra on October 21st opens a fresh chapter for your career goals. This is an excellent time to set intentions for future achievements, or to begin a new project that will unfold over the coming months. When Mars enters Scorpio on October 27th and joins Mercury in your 11th house, your network and social connections become more active, suggesting that support from friends or mentors will be important to advancing your ambitions in the later part of the month. Financially, October presents both opportunities and lessons in responsibility. Rahu's continued transit through Aquarius, your 2nd house of personal income, keeps financial matters dynamic, potentially bringing unexpected gains but also unpredictable expenses. With Ketu and Leo in your 8th house, it's wise to avoid risky investments or borrowing, as hidden complexities could arise. Jupiter's transit begins in Gemini in your 6th house, which has kept you focused on earning through service, skill, or employment. But Jupiter's shift into exalted Cancer in your 7th house on October 18th opens doors for financial growth through partnerships, collaborations, or even spousal income. Saturn's retrograde reminds you to avoid shortcuts and maintain discipline in spending, especially on matters related to travel, education, or speculative ventures suggested by its aspect on your 9th and 5th houses. Venus, ruling your 5th and 10th houses, spends the first part of October in Leo conjunct Ketu, hinting at detachment or reevaluation of joint resources. As Venus moves into Virgo, your 9th house, on October 9th, its debilitation may temporarily dampen enthusiasm for long-term financial plans, but it also encourages you to reassess your values and priorities. Love and marriage for Capricorn individuals are influenced by the shifting energy between the 7th, 8th, and 11th houses. Jupiter entering Cancer mid-month brings blessings to partnerships, encouraging deeper emotional connections and the possibility of significant relationship milestones. For singles, this is a favorable period for meeting someone through professional or social circles, especially after the new moon. Mars activity in your 10th and later 11th houses could initially draw your attention toward career matters, leaving less time for romance. When Mars moves into Scorpio on October 27th, passion and excitement within your social or romantic life intensify. Mercury's role suggests that communication is key. Be honest and clear with partners to avoid misunderstandings. Venus debilitated in Virgo can create minor tensions around shared beliefs or long-term visions in love, but it also offers opportunities for humility and compromise. Ketu in the 8th continues to encourage a deeper, more spiritual understanding of intimacy, helping you let go of old patterns that no longer serve your relationships. Family and friends play a significant role this month, particularly under the influence of the full moon in Pisces on October 7th in your 3rd house. This lunation may bring emotional clarity or closure regarding a sibling, close friend, or community matter. It could also mark the culmination of a learning process or communication project you've been working on. Saturn's retrograde in your 3rd suggests that responsibilities or challenges with family communication require maturity and patience. Rahu in your 2nd house may make family finances a topic of discussion or even friction, but Jupiter's aspect from Cancer later in the month brings reassurance and supportive influences. Mars' transition into Scorpio energizes your 11th house of friends and long-term goals, making the final days of October an exciting time to connect with allies or join group endeavors that align with your ambitions. The new moon in Libra invites you to set fresh intentions around balancing your public life and personal commitments, helping you redefine your role within your wider social network. Saturn's influence on your 12th house may highlight the need for rest and retreat. Be mindful of your stress levels, especially in the first half of October when career pressures are high. Mars in Libra could initially make you feel energized and ambitious, but this may also lead to overexertion if you're not pacing yourself. As Mars shifts into Scorpio, take care to balance social activity with self-care, as the intensity of your schedule could affect your immune system or emotional balance. Venus debilitated in Virgo can bring minor digestive sensitivities or stress-related health fluctuations, suggesting that a simple, disciplined lifestyle will serve you well. Jupiter's exaltation in your 7th house mid-month offers protective energy for your health overall, especially if you lean on supportive partnerships or community for encouragement. Incorporating mindful practices like meditation can help you navigate any emotional strain and maintain equilibrium. Saturn's retrograde in your 3rd and its aspects to your 9th house urge you to re-examine your beliefs, spiritual practices, and sources of inspiration. You may feel called to study a new philosophy, refine your communication of spiritual ideas, or seek guidance from a mentor. The full moon in Pisces amplifies your intuitive side, while Jupiter's move into Cancer opens doors for meaningful spiritual connections through partnerships or shared journeys. Ketu in Leo in your 8th house continues to encourage letting go of attachments to power or control, reminding you to trust the transformative process of surrender. Overall, October 2025 is a pivotal month for Capricorn individuals, bringing career opportunities, relationship growth, and financial shifts. While Saturn's retrograde may slow some areas down, its influence ensures that the foundations you build now will stand the test of time. Mars, Mercury, and the Sun energize your professional life and aspirations, while Jupiter's exaltation mid-month promises blessings through partnerships and shared ventures. Balance ambition with reflection, maintain open communication with loved ones, and honor your need for rest and spiritual nourishment. By month's end, you'll feel a renewed sense of clarity and readiness for the next stage of your journey. For Aquarius, October 2025 is a transformative month that blends opportunity with introspection, asking you to realign your priorities while embracing growth in several areas of life. With Saturn, your traditional ruler, continuing its retrograde motion through Pisces in your 2nd house, financial matters, personal values, and self-worth are under deep review. Saturn's aspect to Taurus in your 4th house, Virgo in your 8th house, and Sagittarius in your 11th house suggests that stability at home, shared resources, and long-term ambitions require thoughtful planning and maturity. The opposition between Saturn and the Sun in Virgo adds an extra layer of tension, prompting you to re-examine hidden fears or emotional dependencies. These influences encourage you to take a disciplined approach to money and possessions, reassessing how your resources support your long-term goals. Career dynamics begin the month with subtle momentum but quickly become charged as Mars, ruling your 3rd and 10th houses, energizes Libra in your 9th house. Conjunct Mercury and later the Sun, this placement stimulates ambition, higher learning, and the drive to expand your professional horizons. Mars in Libra pushes you to explore opportunities beyond your usual boundaries, whether that's through travel, advanced studies, or international collaborations. Yet Mars in a sign of diplomacy asks you to balance assertiveness with tact. By October 27th, when Mars enters its own sign of Scorpio in your 10th house, career matters take focus with intensity and focus. This transition signals a time of decisive action, potential recognition, and the courage to pursue bold professional moves. Jupiter's exaltation in Cancer in your 6th house after October 18th adds supportive energy to your work life, offering protection and growth through service, persistence, and strategic effort. Jupiter's aspects to Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces ensure that the career advancements you seek are grounded in wisdom, ethics, and practicality. Financially, the full moon in Pisces on October 7th in your 2nd house may bring a culmination or realization about your earning potential or spending habits. You may receive payment for past efforts or recognize where adjustments are needed to secure your long-term stability. Saturn's retrograde emphasizes the importance of careful budgeting and avoiding impulsive purchases. Jupiter's shift into your 6th house suggests that financial improvements may come through dedicated work, problem-solving, or managing debts and obligations more effectively. Rahu's continued transit through your 1st house makes you ambitious and forward-thinking, but it may also tempt you to take risks that aren't fully considered. Balance your desire for rapid advancement with Saturn's call for caution, particularly in investments or shared ventures influenced by the 8th house Sun and Venus. Love and marriage for Aquarius individuals are influenced by Ketu's position in your 7th house in Leo, which can create moments of emotional distance or reevaluation within relationships. For those in partnerships, this is a time to clarify expectations and deepen trust, especially as Venus, the planet of harmony, spends the early part of the month conjunct Ketu. When Venus enters Virgo, your 8th house, on October 9th, intimacy becomes a focal point, though Venus debilitation may bring sensitive or vulnerable feelings to the surface. Communication and honesty are vital here, particularly with Mercury activating your 9th and later 10th houses. Singles may find potential partners through educational or professional settings, especially after the new moon in Libra on October 21st, which encourages fresh beginnings in belief systems and life philosophies. Mars moving into Scorpio at month's end intensifies passion and commitment, making the closing days of October ideal for strengthening bonds or taking significant steps forward in relationships. Family and friendships play a meaningful role throughout October. Saturn's aspect to your 4th house underscores responsibilities at home or with family members, potentially requiring your support or guidance. Rahu in your 1st house keeps you focused on personal ambitions, but balancing these with family needs will prevent misunderstandings. The full moon in Pisces may highlight a family financial matter or emotional connection that requires closure or compromise. Meanwhile, the Sun's entry into Libra on October 17th and the new moon in Libra on October 21st open opportunities for shared experiences or spiritual growth with your wider community. As Mars and Mercury activate your 9th and later 10th houses, you may also reconnect with mentors or peers who inspire you to expand your worldview. Social networks could play a vital role in your career trajectory later in the month, as Jupiter's aspects suggest that supportive friends or colleagues could open doors to new professional opportunities. Health and overall well-being are highlighted by Jupiter's move into your 6th house, an area concerned with daily routines, service, and wellness. This transit brings an expansive yet stabilizing influence, offering healing opportunities and support in managing chronic conditions or improving lifestyle habits. It's an excellent time to focus on nutrition, exercise, and mindfulness practices that align body and spirit. Saturn's retrograde in your 2nd house may bring stress related to finances or self-worth, which could impact your emotional health if left unchecked. Venus in Virgo in your 8th house suggests that emotional healing and vulnerability are essential for your well-being. Mars in Libra earlier in the month may make you restless or eager to push boundaries physically, so pacing yourself and avoiding overexertion is key. As Mars transitions to Scorpio, a renewed sense of discipline and determination can help you commit to long-term health goals. Spiritually, October carries profound lessons for Aquarius individuals. With Rahu in your sign, you're being asked to embrace innovation and step outside traditional roles, but Ketu in your 7th reminds you that meaningful partnerships and humility are equally important. The new moon in Libra on October 21st may spark an interest in exploring new belief systems or studying philosophical or spiritual traditions. The Sun's movement from Virgo to Libra suggests a shift from dealing with inner fears and shared resources to seeking balance and fairness in your worldview. Jupiter's exaltation in Cancer supports spiritual growth through acts of service and daily practices that connect you to something larger than yourself. Overall, October 2025 is a pivotal month for Aquarius, offering a blend of practical opportunities and deep internal shifts. Career matters accelerate after Mars enters Scorpio, while finances demand careful review under Saturn's retrograde. Relationships may undergo subtle transformations that ultimately strengthen your connections, and Jupiter's blessings in your 6th house encourage healthier habits and productive routines. The lunar phases, particularly the full moon in Pisces and the new moon in Libra, mark important turning points in your values and vision for the future. By staying grounded, open to learning, and willing to balance ambition with patience, you can navigate this dynamic month with clarity and confidence. For Pisces, October 2025 emerges as a deeply introspective and transformative month, where the interplay of retrogrades, exaltations, and lunar phases encourages you to refine your ambitions, relationships, and inner resilience. Saturn continues its retrograde journey through your sign Pisces, in your 1st house, asking you to reassess your personal identity, responsibilities, and long-term goals. Saturn's aspects to Taurus in your 3rd house, Virgo in your 7th house, and Sagittarius in your 10th house highlight the importance of disciplined communication, stable partnerships, and a structured approach to your career. This retrograde period can feel weighty, yet it offers an invaluable opportunity for maturity and self-mastery, particularly as Saturn opposes the Sun in Virgo, intensifying lessons around balance in personal and professional partnerships. Career matters for Pisces are influenced by multiple factors this month. The Sun transiting Virgo in your 7th house until October 17th brings focus to collaborations, joint ventures, and partnerships in your professional sphere. During this period, building alliances or reconnecting with colleagues can open doors to significant opportunities. The Sun's later movement into Libra in your 8th house introduces an energy of transformation, shared resources, and behind-the-scenes strategizing. Mars begins October in Libra as well, in your 8th house, where its conjunction with Mercury, and later with the Sun, encourages deep dives into research, financial planning, or reorganizing joint investments. This placement can stir intensity in workplace dynamics, so diplomacy will be important. After October 27th, Mars enters its own sign, Scorpio, in your 9th house, boosting your drive for higher learning, travel, or expanding your professional reach into new markets. Jupiter's exaltation in Cancer in your 5th house after October 18th reinforces creativity and recognition, suggesting that bold ideas and calculated risks can pay off in career advancement during the latter part of the month. Financially, October may present both challenges and breakthroughs. Saturn in your 1st house urges you to take a cautious and long-term view of your financial decisions, particularly with Mars energizing your 8th house of shared resources early in the month. Unexpected expenses or discussions about inheritance, loans, or taxes may arise, but with disciplined planning and transparent communication, these can be managed effectively. Jupiter's move into Cancer, which rules your 5th house of speculation and investments, indicates a period of favorable opportunities in creative ventures or long-term growth investments. Yet patience and prudence will ensure you avoid overextending. The full moon in Pisces on October 7th in your 1st house may bring clarity about your personal goals and values, which in turn could influence your financial priorities. By the new moon in Libra on October 21st, a new cycle begins for shared financial matters or debt repayment strategies, offering a chance to reset and move forward more securely. In love and marriage, the transits signal a period of both testing and renewal. Venus, the natural significator for relationships, begins October in Leo in your 6th house conjunct Ketu, which may temporarily cool romantic enthusiasm or bring unresolved issues into focus. When Venus enters Virgo, your 7th house, on October 9th, relationships become a central theme, though Venus debilitation here can create misunderstandings or heightened sensitivity. Partners may need extra patience and reassurance, especially under Saturn's influence on your 7th house. The Sun's presence in Virgo until October 17th adds attention to your partner's needs or to negotiations within business relationships. After Sun's shift into Libra and Mars continues to activate your 8th house, intimacy and emotional bonding deepen. For singles, meaningful connections may arise through spiritual or transformative experiences, particularly after Mars moves into Scorpio, stimulating passion and shared philosophical pursuits. Family and friendships may require balance this month, as Saturn's aspects and Jupiter's transitions highlight your responsibilities toward loved ones. The full moon in your sign on October 7th can heighten emotions and prompt conversations about your role within your family or community. You may feel torn between personal ambitions and familial obligations, but Saturn encourages you to establish healthy boundaries without neglecting important relationships. Jupiter in Gemini earlier in the month highlights the home environment and emotional foundations, while its shift to Cancer on October 18th can bring joy through children, creative pursuits, or shared celebrations with friends. Social circles may also prove valuable for professional networking or emotional support as Mars and Mercury activate your 8th and 9th houses later in the month, opening doors to new connections. Health and overall well-being are under Saturn's direct influence as it retrogrades in your 1st house. This is a time to take your physical and mental health seriously, avoiding overwork or neglecting rest. The Sun and Venus transiting Virgo in your 7th house early in the month remind you that balanced relationships also support emotional health. Rahu's position in your 12th house suggests that overindulgence, lack of sleep, or escapist tendencies could impact your vitality, so mindfulness practices, meditation, or grounding routines will be particularly helpful. Jupiter's move into your 5th house can improve emotional well-being through joy, creativity, or spending time with children or hobbies that inspire you. After Mars moves into Scorpio, an invigorating energy can lift your motivation for exercise or outdoor activities, making late October a favorable time to recommit to fitness goals. Spiritually, October carries profound significance for Pisces individuals. With Saturn in your sign, you are being reshaped from the inside out, shedding outdated beliefs and building a stronger, wiser version of yourself. The full moon in Pisces early in the month illuminates your path forward, showing you where you've grown and what still needs release. Mars and Mercury in Libra in your 8th house early on, and later in Scorpio in your 9th, suggest that transformative experiences or deep studies, whether philosophical or esoteric, can provide powerful insights. The new moon in Libra on October 21st invites you to embrace transformation with courage, letting go of fears or attachments that have limited your growth. Jupiter's exaltation in Cancer provides a protective and uplifting influence, offering hope and optimism even in challenging moments. Overall, October 2025 is a month of recalibration and empowerment for Pisces. Career paths may shift or expand, finances require careful management, and relationships may undergo tests that ultimately deepen bonds. Family responsibilities and friendships bring both demands and joy, while health calls for consistent self-care and discipline. The lunar phases highlight personal identity and shared transformations, while Jupiter and Saturn's interplay ensures that every step you take now contributes to lasting growth. By approaching the month with patience, courage, and openness to change, Pisces individuals can navigate October's energies with wisdom and emerge stronger, more focused, and ready for the opportunities ahead. As we conclude this episode, please keep in mind that these insights are based on the sidereal zodiac system used in Vedic astrology, which differs from the tropical system by approximately 24 degrees. These are general predictions, and outcomes will vary depending on your individual birth chart. The influence of transits is deeply shaped by your ongoing dasha periods and the specific placement of planets in your natal chart. What may be a time of progress for one person could mark a period of reflection or challenge for another. This is why it's essential to interpret transits within the context of your unique chart. If you're seeking a more personalized understanding of how current transits may impact you, or if you have specific questions about your birth chart, feel free to reach out to us. If you found this content helpful, please consider liking the video, sharing it with others who may benefit, and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. Thank you for watching. We look forward to continuing to share deeper astrological insights with you. Until next time, stay aware, keep learning, and keep shining bright.